Hey, what's up guys? My name is Dan Coconati and today we're going to be taking a look at In the End by Linkin Park. The tuning for this song, it's a little bit different, so it is drop D flat tuning. So that just means your low E is tuned down to a D flat, okay? And then all the other strings are also going to be flat. So this is a D flat, okay? And then you got A flat, okay? D flat, G flat, B flat, and then E flat. So get yourself a tune, and then we're going to start on this lesson. All right, Linkin Park In the End. So I'm gonna actually teach you guys the intro or the piano part because it's really easy and it sounds cool on the guitar too, so why not have that in your riff bank there. So it's gonna start on a second fret here of the D string, okay? And then you're gonna come up to a fourth fret of the G, so, and then play it again. And then you're gonna go to the fifth fret of the D, and then a fourth fret on the same string, your D. So altogether you got. Okay, so you're gonna keep playing that fourth fret there. And then hammer. So 4 to 5. Okay, so you got all together, the intro or the piano is 2, 4, 4, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, hammer on to 5. And then it repeats. Okay, and then right before we actually kick into our harmonics of the, we have it slightly, you know, it changes ever so slightly. So instead of doing the hammer on of this, you're just gonna play. So that's just a 5 to your 4, and then we go into the harmonic section there. So hopefully that's making sense for your introduction, but all together now, you should be getting this, and I'll play it really slow, so hopefully you can play along. Okay, so our harmonics section. Now, I'm gonna try to break this down for any beginners out there real quick. If you're somebody who's got more experience, I'll have the tabs in the description, and you could probably pick this up in less than 2 seconds. But for our beginners out there, what is a harmonic? So a harmonic is when you're just resting the finger on top of the string and plucking it. You're not actually pushing, right? You're just resting. And you're trying to get it to just vibrate the string in a sense. So you're not pushing down, again, you're just resting right over that fret. So for In the End here, the first harmonic is gonna be on a 5th fret, okay, of our G string. So, and all you're doing, again, you're not pressing down, you're just resting it. Okay, and typically after you hit it originally, you can lift that finger off and it should just be vibrating the string and getting that sound. So, all right, now that you have that in the back of your mind, again, for In the End, we're doing a 5th fret harmonic. So that's the first note. And then we come to a 7th fret now harmonic of our B string. So, and then you finish it. Oh, 7th fret of the E, the high E. So you got 5, 7 on the B, and then a high 7 on the E. And then that repeats, again, 5th fret, 7th fret B. And then the only one that changes is then you come up to 12th fret now of that high E, and again, harmonic. So you're not pressing it, you're just resting it, getting the harmonic. So all together, oh man, I'm messing these. Okay, so and that harmonic progression, that's exactly the same in the other verses, and if you do listen, they do kind of play it underneath those chords, right, during the chorus, when we have this going, which we'll be looking at that in a sec here as well. But again, that is your harmonic section. It's 5th fret harmonic of the G to a 7th of the B to a 7th of the E. And that repeats again, 5, 7, and then 12 on the E. Okay, all harmonics, and again, that just repeats for your verses, and that is also similar, and it is underneath those chords in your chorus section as well. All right, let's take a look at the chorus chords for this song. So again, we are tuned into that drop D tuning, but everything is flat. So now instead of doing a regular power chord where you got the root in the 5th, you're going to be just playing it as a bar chord because this low E again is dropped tuned. So the first chord, it's just a bar chord on your 2nd fret of the E, the A, and the D. Okay? That's the first chord. All right, and in all reality, you can probably just strum this however you see fit. It's more of a rhythm guitar sound anyways. You're not like shredding in the background of the chorus here. But again, it's just 2nd fret, that's your first chord, and that's just bar chord. Okay? Now this shape, again, 2, 2, 2. That chord, this is all staying the same. So that's 2nd fret, and then you're gonna slide it up to the 5th fret. And again, you're just barring those 3. So first chord, 2nd chord, now open. So that's open, and the E, the A, and the D. First chord, 2nd fret, up to the 5th, open, 3rd chord, and you're gonna come up to the 10th fret, same idea, you're just doing the 10 E, 10 of the A, 10 of the D. Okay, that's for the 4th chord, excuse me. So, now it repeats, but you're just gonna after that 10th fret, you're just gonna play an open, and then hammer on to that 2nd fret, or the first chord that we learned for this chorus section. And then it's gonna repeat again. But on the very last time, right before we get back into our verse, we go from 10 to 9 instead of doing 10, open, 2. So it's just gonna go, and then we go into the rap again section. So altogether, this is your chorus. and we get right back into that. Thank you guys so much for checking out this guitar tutorial on In the End by Linkin Park. If this helped you out and you're able to learn the song, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and be ready for more future guitar tutorials. Thanks.